Namaste, very good evening, all. So, today I'm here to give you a brief video about how to prepare your major project documentation report. I know this is a time where students, final year students, most often would be busy with preparing their major project documentation report. So, this video will help all the branches, all the colleges students to prepare their own project documentation report and score well or get good grade and also get good appraisals from their internal guides or their performance can be improved. As you're all aware that you've been doing your major project work from past 4 to 5 months, and now the time has come where you have to show your work. Okay, without documentation you cannot show your work. So it's time you guys have to prepare your own report and you have to submit it to your guide, internal guide, or maybe project coordinator, or maybe HOD, head of department. So I'll quickly take you to few guidelines which a student has to follow when you prepare an major project report. So I'll just share my screen. Yes. Okay, fine. So I have prepared a rough document. So I can just tell like these are some rules and regulations. Okay, when you prepare a document. Yeah, yeah. So first and foremost thing we have to concentrate is first prepare your document by taking a Microsoft Word. So you can create a new Microsoft Word document and then start, typing your report. And when you prepare your document, there are few guidelines which you have to follow. Like most often, when you go for an book, so it would be an A4 size pages. So I'll just show you a sample book which I have prepared when I was doing my graduation. So this is one of the sample report which I'm showing you. I hope you're able to see the report. So this was my PG thesis report which I have prepared, and this is my uh, UG thesis report which I have prepared when I was doing my graduation, my undergraduation and post graduation. So these are the personal copies which I saved it for myself. So these are my UG and PG report document. I'll share you at the end of my presentation. So before that, as I said, you have to take a print on your A4 size papers. Preferably, the A4 size papers must be of bond papers, and please concentrate on margins. First, you set the margins of your document. Okay, so you may go on to your margins and you may set your documents. So you have all options here. So mailings, references. First, try to know the options. So here you have margins. You can set the margin settings here. So onto the left side, we want 1.5 as the margin side, and the other sides I want top, bottom, and right to be 1. Why we have put left as 1.5? The point is like when we open the book, this folding might happen. So if you go with 1, this content might go in. Okay, so that is the reason we have asked to put 1.5 as the left alignment, right? Then the other three sides you may have 1 as the alignment. Okay, then coming to the font, most preferable font is Times New Roman. Then for normal content you may go with 12 as the size. Okay, if you have some headings or maybe the title kind of thing, for all that you may go with 16, or sometimes people go with 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, so it varies with if you are making use of some main heading, then subheading, okay, then the other content. So based on that you may take a call. Then line spacing between, each and every line, it must be 1.5. Okay, so line spacing is very much important to make your document look very good and neat. Yeah, here you find 1.5, right? Most of the people go with people go with 1.15, but I prefer 1.5. Okay, you may just put 1.10, 1.5, 2.0, and you can just see the differences. Then maximum limit of your document, preferably I've just put as 80 pages. Okay, so including the references and other appendix. Just a minute. Yeah, so including all, it must be 80 pages. Okay, max of. Okay, fine. So anyhow, there's no minimum kind of thing. Minimum would be not less than 45 to 50 pages. Roughly, it would become 50 pages of document. So I have my document, which is around, of course, it is around 80, if I'm not wrong. Oh my God, my BTech thesis was around 75, and my MTech thesis, I could show you the last page, and including references, bibliography, it was 107 pages. Okay, so this is the report which I'm showing you. So 107 pages, right? So it all depends, like your document, content wise, how much you want to project to your internal guide or maybe the supervisor. So this is my MTech, I mean BTech project, so which is of 77 pages. Okay, so it varies from content to content, from project to project. It varies. Look into like everything is being covered in the project because it's the work of 4 months or maybe 5 months which you have been doing. Okay, right. Then the project report should consist of following. Yes, the top page, okay, which I'm referring to annexure 1, the top page which you see. So I'll just quickly take you to the top page. Yeah, this is annexure 1 which I'm just showing you. So these are very much important content which I'm showing you guys. Yeah, so you need to highlight your project title, which must be in the bold. Okay, and font is very much important. Again, Times New Roman with a font size as 18 and 1.5 as the line spacing. Then a project report. Okay, what is the font? I have put in angular brackets. Then submitted by. Okay, so these are the things which you have to concentrate. Then followed by student name, and then followed by ID. If you are single, then you can have your own name and ID. If you are in a group, you can type in an order. Okay, you put them in order. And then of Bachelor of Technology, under the guidance of, then your supervisor name, your internal guide name. Okay, maybe in some projects you may have external guide and internal guide. In such case, you may have both the names. Okay, first you can give preference to your external guide, write his name and designation and its organization also, because he's external guide, he's from other place. Okay, not from the university. Okay, so you write as name, designation, and then organization, then followed by your internal guide name, and followed by the designation, because anyhow internal guide would be from the same campus itself. Then followed by your university details, your department details, then entire. Okay, please look into like the details are displayed correctly, and your logo. Okay, your university logo or maybe your college logo. Right? Let me move up. Coming back, and the cover page again similar to annexure 1, you will have annexure 2. So again go down. Yeah, this is your annexure 2. Okay, your project title again in the bold format, then project report submitted to. So all this detail has to be displayed correctly. Okay? And next, coming to page 3. So top page, in the sense, the page which you see on the complete top of your document. Okay, so I was talking about this page. Okay, then the cover page. Okay, if you go inside, then again you will see your cover page, right? Yeah, Of course, most similar kind of things. Okay, whatever you see on the top, you'll see inside the same content. Okay, yeah. Then coming to one page for certificate. Yeah, please go down. Annexure 3. Yeah. So this is the certificate page which you have to display again once you finish off your annexure 2. Okay. Everything is very clearly written here. So wherever you have project title, your details, your guide details, everything has to be highlighted very neatly and followed by the certificate page. So certificate, this is something, where you are getting certified from your organization. Okay, you give your project title, then followed by the student name, then ID name. Okay, then you write like I am a bona fide of that particular university or maybe the department, and then followed by your project supervisor. Okay, if you have external supervisor and internal supervisor, please do mention both the names. Okay, then followed by your project coordinator, then followed by a head of department, right? And then external examiner, because you will have external evaluator at the last, so they'll be signing here. Okay? The other signatures you can have it here. You have internal supervisor, you'll anyhow have internal supervisor, coordinator, and department HOD. Apart, if you have external supervisor also, you can please add up that content here, right? Its name, its designation, and the organization. Then followed by, once you have prepared the document, you have to get signed from all those people, and you have to get stamp or maybe the seal, which would be acknowledgement kind of thing. Okay, then let me go up. Yeah, coming down. After the certificate page, then you'll have declaration page. Declaration page which is given by the candidate. Okay, so I'm going back. This is the declaration page. Okay, which you are giving a declaration that I have done this work as part of the organization. Okay, so again, you have to give your project title, then followed by your university name, department name. Okay, then at last you have to write your name and ID. Okay, would be appreciate if you can also sign on this document. Okay, that's the proof of acknowledgement or maybe the declaration which you are giving from your end. Come back, then coming to your acknowledgement page, then followed by abstract. Okay, come down. What I have shown you, please go through it. So after this page, declaration page, you need to have an acknowledgement. You want to thank your family members, you want to thank your vice chancellor, you want to thank your administration, you want to thank your HOD, you want to thank your coordinator, you want to thank your internal guide, you want to thank your external guide, you also want to thank your your PRC members, you want to thank your PDC members, you want to thank your friends who have supported in making this project successful. You can acknowledge everybody. Okay? And followed by the next page must be your abstract. Okay, immediately you need to have your abstract. So please restrict your abstract between 100 to 150 words. Okay, so max of one page, so it would be in a paragraph, written in a paragraph, and followed by the keywords. Once after writing abstract, please have a habit of writing the keywords which are more important in your abstract. Okay, it must reflect in your abstract. Okay, so once after the abstract, then follow your table of contents. From here you will go with the table of contents. So I'll quickly take to the table of contents. So this is how you prepare a table of content, just like the index page or content page which you see in the textbook. Okay? So in the textbook, you see very clearly your index page or maybe the contents page. What everything you have, you will be just highlighting there. Okay, so you can keep your certificate if you have got some certificate from external organization or maybe from your internal organization. You can highlight it. That's a proof of certificate which they give it to you. Okay, then the declaration what you do, then acknowledgement, then followed by abstract. And please remember, these all things have to come with Roman numbers. Okay, when you set your page setting, you have to prepare these pages separately, then you have to merge with the other pages. A lot of times students, they do in the same document, it becomes difficult to you. So when you're setting your page numbers, okay, so I could see here in the preferences, just a minute guys. Yeah, so when you go with page numbers, so here where do you want to give your page numbers? Okay, so it will give you and in what format you want your page numbers, so everything would be there to you in which format you want to display. So you have to put page numbers for each and every page, guys. Okay, because whenever we want, we just come to the content page and we go through that particular page, and then followed by the chapter one, chapter one introduction, then chapter two literature survey, then chapter three, chapter four. So why I have not highlighted here is because it depends from project to project. Few projects would be web development projects, few projects would be research projects, few projects would be where they work on to system design, they work on to architecture, they work on to implementation, coding, all that, and then testing, then installation operations, okay, the results. And few projects just work on algorithm implementation, so it varies from project to project. So you may also contact your internal guide in this regards and you can plan accordingly. Okay, but make sure like you must be very precise. Yeah, you can see the format how it is. At last, every project will have conclusion, will have feature scope, and will have references. References, the papers which you have referred, or maybe the website, or maybe the journals, or maybe the articles, or maybe the blogs, okay, or maybe you have referred some video content. You can always highlight all those things, right? So content page will add more mileage to your document. Coming back. After table of content, then you also have to concentrate on list of figures. A lot of times people just miss out these things, but list of figures will also give more mileage to your document. So when you put a figure, please look into like the figure is of course you may not get of HD clarity, but still if few figures are not in a good view or good clarity, you can design your pictures onto going just onto going paint. Okay, you can draw your own pictures, right? And please put figure numbers and name of the figure, in which page number do I find that figure. Okay, would also appreciate if you can also describe what is that figure all about. Okay, then similarly the table. Okay, so I just gave some example here, probably this will help you out. Yeah, so you also have to create a list of figures. Okay, so figure number, the name of the figure, and in which page number is the figure, right? This is a list of figures and list of tables. You may also have some tables, right? So you can also prepare a table content, okay, so that directly I can go to that figure and table contents, guys. And this is example of a table which I have, and table name, this is how I give table name, and followed by what is table number followed by table name. Okay, and please be very clear with the table content, because that will really help the authors to read your document when they, your authors or maybe your juniors or maybe your faculty, when they want to refer the document. And if the table content images are very clear, then it will really help them out. Yeah, this is how, figure number, then figure name. Okay, if you want, you can also try to 1 2 lines of description. Okay, what that exactly represents, x-axis and y-axis, and what are those points representing the data points, right? Let's move up. I hope by this you will be completing almost 30 to 40% of work, because these are all highlights. Then you start with next page wise. Okay, chapter 1 introduction, chapter 2 literature survey or review of literature, then chapter 3. Okay, then keep on moving. Okay, so whenever you start a new chapter, please have a separate page highlighting chapter number and also what the chapter tells all about. Okay, in that way you can have it's up to you. Yeah, I have just represented till 6, but sometimes you may go with 8 9 10 15. It's up to you, right? Based on your work, you can highlight them. Section headings, I just gave few things here, okay, about section headings, subsection headings, okay. I'll also share this document onto YouTube channel. So you can go through this. Then equations, when you're specifying some equations, then sometimes when you are looking after the equation, so please make sure, and you can also write your own equations. Okay, you can write the mathematical calculations, everything. Yeah. So this is about 10th point is about tables, and 11th point is about figures, which I've explained you. Okay. And page numbering is more important, guys. So as I said you, the previous, content page, and then abstract, then acknowledgement, everything must be in the Roman numbers. Then the other pages can be your, normal numeric format. Okay. And references are more important. You have to write down what all you have referred. Okay, that will really add up more mileage and more information to the end users. Probably if they want to refer, they can go back and refer the journal, or maybe the base paper, or maybe the paper which you have published as part of conference, or maybe symposium. Okay, so those all things have to be highlighted, or maybe the websites. Okay, or maybe the books. Okay, sometimes people refer books, right? Yeah. All the references, and how you highlight those references. First, you have to, when you go for, imagine like you want to put up a paper, you want to put a paper which you have studied, your base paper. So first you have to highlight the authors. Okay, so who has contributed for that, you have to put their authors names, then followed by the title of the paper. Okay, title of the paper, then where it was published, in which journal it was published, or maybe it is in Springer or Scopus or IEEE paper. Okay, you have to highlight in which conference or which journal it got published. And you will also have a unique identity number. You can also have that number, so that it really helps the other readers to, you know download the paper from other resources, right? Then followed by the year in which it was published. This is the format usually we follow it. So I also request students to please follow the format. Then similarly the book also. Okay, who has written the book, then book name, title of the book, and with which publication they are published. Then the page numbers which I have referred. So that would really, sometimes what happens, we don't refer entire book, we only refer some chapters, right? So in such case, you may highlight the chapters which you have referred. Okay, maybe you're working on to data mining, or maybe machine learning. You're not working out with entire machine learning concept. You're only working with supervised machine learning concepts, or maybe unsupervised machine learning concept, or maybe logistic regression. Okay, linear regression. Okay, maybe you're working with some cosine formulas. Okay, or maybe similarity functions. Okay, so in such case, you may highlight those chapters which has really helped out. Okay, maybe your project is only related to SVM. Okay, please highlight them. Okay, because that references will help the other authors when they're going through your book. Then coming to report specification for binding. So when you have to submit hard copy binding document to your college, or maybe university, or head of department. So usually, it would be hard bound copy which you have to support, not the soft copy, hard copy binded one, which I'm sure you, there's a similar kind of document which you have to support, submit end of the day to your head of department, or the maybe coordinator, or maybe internal guide. And color of the project report cover will be black, uh, of course black with golden colors, which I have shown you. These colors sometimes vary from university to university. So this is the color of document, black color. Okay, so please go with this black color document binding. On that, the alphabets have to be displayed with this, I'm showing you golden figures. Okay, I hope this is also fine to you. Yeah, just have the golden report. Okay, so in this way it has to be printed, guys, right? Okay, then number of copies to be submitted, you have to submit 3 copies. One would be submitted to the project coordinator, which again would be send those documents to HOD, head of department. So that's the one copy, and the other copy have to be submitted for library. The central library people would like to have your reports as a reference document for your juniors and upcoming batches. And one document has to be submitted to your supervisor, your internal guide. Okay, So three books have to be prepared by each team. And then if you are interested, you may also have an individual copy for yourself, the way I have. Okay. So this is my UG document and this is my PG document. I have two documents which I have saved for myself as a reference copy. So if you want, you can also have an individual copy to you. That would really help you out. Okay. Then paper size, as I said, it would be A4 paper and preferably brown paper. Okay, the quality of paper you need to check it, and margins which I've already discussed. Then font size and font type which I've already discussed with you guys. So these are a few highlight points which I want to concentrate here. And I also want you people to prepare everything as a soft copy and dump it in a CD. Okay, a CD or a DVD, whichever is comfortable to you. And please make sure everything is dumped in a CD. Okay, so whenever you are please submitting your document, backside of your document, you have to paste that CD and hand it over to your respective panel members or maybe the HOD or maybe your internal guide. Okay? So in your CD, please dump everything, your PPT, your document, your source code, your program, your support files, and your help manual. Okay, you can also have a video file which you have prepared and you can also give it. Later on your juniors want to work with your project, they'll directly go through the video. Okay, they'll understand more easily, right? So, so this is all about your document, how you have to prepare. I'm again telling you guys, this document will really help you out because you might have really worked very hard on your project. You might have really implemented new concept. You might have written an algorithm. Okay, but end of the day, if you don't submit your report in a proper format, then you are going to lose your marks, or maybe you're going to lose your grade, or maybe your guide may not be happy with your performance. Okay, so I again suggest, please do follow all the instructions which I have shared to you. Okay, so again, I'm telling you, I'm just showing a sample document which I have prepared for my MTech document. So this is how you have to prepare. Okay, very neatly it has to be designed. Okay, make sure there are no any mistakes. And my only suggestion to you all is, before you go for printing work, please share it to your internal guide and request your internal guide to please look into your document. Okay, so black color is the copy which we are expecting from you guys. So black color. Okay. So my again sincere request to you all. So before going for printing, you have to cross check once, twice, thrice. Okay. And when you're giving for printing also, please give PDF file. Do not give Word document, because what happens when you go with Word document, sometimes the font might change, size might change. Okay. So all these problems you might face. So please give PDF converted document, and also please recheck when the printing is going on. Lot of times students, what they do, they just give it at some Xerox center or maybe a printing shop and they come back. Okay, please don't do that. Please stay there and please look into like the document is correctly printed. Okay, later on again, don't waste your time and money and energy, right? So once again, I request all the students to follow all these instructions while preparing your document. And if you have any queries, you're open to call me onto my number 9247448766. You can also email me onto my email ID ravikant27787 Okay, and if you have any doubts, anything, you are free to post me. I'll be able to reply you back on your queries. I'll also share that format which would be helpful to you. You can modify that format, you can change your details, and accordingly, please prepare a very good document report which must be a sample template for the next upcoming batches. Okay, so once again, thank you all. Wish you all the good luck. Hope you prepare a very good fantastic report and you submit it to your internal guide. So that must be a proof of acknowledgement that you have sincerely worked, sincerely done good hard work on preparing a report. So once again, thank you all. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye. Thank you.